Magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Gusto kong batiin ang host ng ating show. Gusto namin pasalamatan kayong lahat for joining us this afternoon. Hello! Natulad nga ng sinabi ko kanina, itong SNL ay isang music variety show. So, could you tell us more about what viewers can expect from this Sunday Noontime Live? How about simulan natin kay Miss Catriona Gray?
Yes, super excited to be a part of SNL Sunday Noontime Live. You can expect music, entertainment, and also kwentuhan. Getting to know our artists, our special guests, and we have a lot of bongga performances din and special guests din.
Now, how about, can anybody add something else to that? Or what we can expect? At anong kakaiba dito sa ating Noontime Live?
Ako po, I would say it's very energetic, youth-oriented, young, fun, and just expect the extraordinary. Yun ang masasabi ko.
Young, fun, expect the extraordinary. How about Maja? What do you like about this show that you're gonna be hosting?
Syempre excited ako kasi kung sa mga ibang shows dati, more on nakikita nila sa akin ay pagsasayaw. This time, yung mga itinatago pa nating ibang talent ay makikita nila sa akin dito sa SNL. So may mga showdown kami ni Miss Catriona.
And now how about Ejercito? So we have beautiful ladies joining you as your co-host for this show. How is it like being with them and working with them? Nakamute. We'd love to hear your beautiful voice so we could hear your input. Nakamute siya ngayon. We'll just wait a little bit.
Sorry about that. Can you hear me now?
Perfect.
Yeah, anyway, the offer to do this project came in as a surprise, and to be able to work with such talented and brilliant artists, talagang it's a thrill for me, and there's so much for people to expect. As they said, it's going to be youth oriented, lots of surprises, amazing production numbers.
Lots of surprises and amazing production numbers. Thank you so much. Now, let's bring in some of our friends from the media to ask some questions. Now, let's call on from Manila Bulletin, Robert Requintina. So, Robert.
Hello. Hello, hi. It's really hard to think about. Okay, I want to ask Catriona Gray. Hello? Hello?
Hina po yung audio.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Catriona,
Hello?
can you hear Sir Robert?
Yes.
No po, sorry.
Can you hear me?
How about you can ask the question through me and then I will say it to Miss Catriona.
Okay, sige. Kindly ask Catriona. Okay, first, I have two questions. First, do you think, despite the pandemic, should Miss Universe pageant push through this year?
Ooh.
That's my first question. Yes.
So his first question is, despite the pandemic, do you think the Miss Universe pageant should push through this year?
Ooh, I think it's honestly up to the organizers if it can be done in a safe way. I know a lot of different franchises are holding their pageants online, but I think also a very large aspect of what makes a pageant is the support of the people, and I think it's going to be so different if you take that aspect. So I don't see anything wrong with pushing it back, just to ensure that safety protocols are a top priority, and the candidates can go on representing their provinces, their countries in mediums through social media, which is accessible to us all this time.
Did you hear that, Sir Robert?
Actually,
So Miss Catriona doesn't see anything wrong with pushing pushing it later on para sa safety ng lahat.
Okay.
Ngayon naman, Sir Robert, ano po yung pangalawang question nyo?
Okay, how is she doing with her first book? Kasi before the pandemic, she was writing a novel for ABS-CBN. How is she doing now?
So Sir Robert was saying that before the pandemic, you are writing a book for ABS-CBN, and how is that?
Yes, I postponed the release kasi ang daming pinagdaanan this year for all of us, I think. And there were a lot of things that I really needed to overcome. And a lot of things that I learned. So, syempre, I want to include that sa book ko. So please keep an eye out for it. Baka next year you'll release.
And I'm so sure everyone's gonna keep an eye out for that. Thank you, Catriona.
Thank you.
Now we have Maridol Ranoa from Bismarck, Philstar.com, and BG Showbiz Plus magazine.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello?
We can hear you.
Hello?
You can ask your...
Yeah, okay.
Hi, Miss Maridol.
Yeah, this is for Catriona.
For Catriona.
Yes, being hosting a noontime show is something different to you. How
Sorry,
how are you preparing for it? Do you have any role models? Are you watching shows on YouTube? What are you doing to prepare?
Miss Maridol is asking that hosting a noontime game show is something different for you. So how are you preparing for it? Are you watching other shows? Do you have a model for that? How is your preparation for this different project?
Thank you for your question, po. I think that this will be one of my challenging undertakings this year. And I think that's a very good thing as an artist. Na feel ko sobrang important na you put yourself in positions to be challenged, and that's how growth happens. So yes, I've been researching, also studying my different songs because I'm not only hosting here, like many of my co-hosts, I'll also be performing din. But also I'm looking forward to getting to know the artists in which we guest the show. I really enjoy that aspect about the other jobs that I do, yung mga ibang opportunities to really get to know people. So that's what I'm looking forward to also.
And what is your next question, Miss Maridol?
Yeah, I would like to ask if Sam is helping. Sam is giving her pointers since Sam Bilby is a veteran performer. Yeah, I'd like to ask if Sam is helping.
Miss Maridol, if you can just turn off po yung Facebook kasi po may feedback. So tayo na lang po yung mag-usap. Ang tanong niyo po, you would like to ask about Sam. Ano po yung tanong?
So if Sam is giving her tips on performing, singing, hosting, because he's more seasoned in that aspect.
Ang sabi po ni Miss Maridol, since Sam is more seasoned in this aspect, is he giving you tips about hosting and about this project?
I think he give me more tips in regard to performing since he's had a lot of opportunities to perform na. So he is giving me guidance, especially sa mga moments na medyo nervous ako. So happy to have him.
And we love that. There's guidance in there. Ang sabi po ni Catriona, Miss Maridol, is Sam is giving her guidance. So talagang masaya siya dito dahil nga more seasoned siya. Now, up next, we have Vanessa Balbuena from The Freeman.
Hello, am I clear?
Yes, we can hear you, Miss Vanessa. Go ahead.
My question is for Maja.
For Maja.
Can she hear me?
Maja, can
Okay,
you
hi,
hear Miss
Maja.
Vanessa? Okay.
Okay. You have fellow actresses who backed out from previous roles that they accepted or turned down offers because they're still afraid to go out of their house. Kasi may virus nga, no? Ikaw, bakit ka napapayag na lumabas at magtrabaho ulit?
Miss Vanessa was saying that a lot of the artists backed out from their projects because of what's happening right now. And she's wondering, what made you push through this project?
Unang-una po, syempre studio naman siya, and ang Bright Light naman ay sinusunod lahat ng protocols. So, feeling ko safe naman din po. And isa pa, yes, pandemic po, but marami pa rin po tayong mga kasamahan na nangangailangan ng trabaho. So para sa akin, isang malaking bagay ang pag-oo ko para gawin itong project na to.
Miss Vanessa, Maja was saying that a lot of people need work right now, and it's a really great opportunity also for her to say yes, to pursue this project. And because it's in studio, there's a lot of safety protocols, and she feels safe. So Miss Vanessa, what's your next question? Miss Vanessa? We'll give a few more seconds for Miss Vanessa, if she could hear us. All right,
there
next.
you go.
Oh, perfect. Go ahead for your next question.
And the last question would be for Donny, for Jake.
For Jake, all right.
This is his first time to host regularly a variety show. How is he preparing for this?
Sir Jake, Miss Vanessa was saying that it's your first time hosting for a variety show. So how are you preparing for this?
Yeah, that is true. Looking forward to everything. Actually, I treat it as a challenge since it's my first time. And considering that it's a musical variety show. But, you know, I'm with good company, and considering the fact that it's directed by no less than Mr. Mr. Johnny Manahan. So, yeah, just looking forward to having a fun experience.
So he admits that it's something new. He's looking forward to the fun experience, and it really helps that he has a lot of partners here to help him out with that. Now, up next, thank you, Miss Vanessa. Up next, we have from Rappler, Alexa Villano. Hi, Alexa.
Hi. I'll just need help to pass because the rain is very bad right now. My first question actually is for Donny. For Donny, you know, you've done movies, you've done TV shows, and here you are jumping to television, this time to hosting. How are you psyching yourself up considering there will be comparisons along the way? And I think we all know because your dad did a lot of hosting in his early years on television.
Hello po. Sorry, ano po yung last part? Medyo mahina lang po yung audio.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying rather that, well, because I'm fighting the rain here also in my area, you've done television, you've done movies, and of course you're jumping now to hosting. I just want to know how you're psyching yourself up or preparing rather, because as you know, your dad did hosting in his early years, and there will be obviously comparisons to that.
Thank you po for your question. Na-brown out din dito, kinabahan kami sa rain kasi nawala yung wifi namin. Anyway, I think for me, it's just very clear that the people around me always let me know that I just have to be myself. The past 3 years, I've been doing, or 4 years, I started as a mixed VJ. Siyempre, naging part din po ako ng ASAP Chill Out, and then naging part din po ako ng I Want ASAP. So I think this is a new platform for me to showcase and learn and become better in my hosting skills. And I'm also very blessed na I get to be with, you know, this amazing cast, this amazing group and crew. And I'm just very open to learn from those who have come before me. So right now, I'm just focusing to just build my own brand, build my own name. And yes, of course, comparisons will come. Di naman mawawala yun. But it's good pressure as well para ma-motivate ako and to become better.
Good pressure and very motivating. Alexa, do you have your second question?
Yeah, my last question is actually for Jake because Jake, I know that you've also did some appearances, and we all know that you, in the beginning, you weren't very comfortable about appearing on television. But what made you finally decide to plunge into this? Of course, you come from a family of actors, and yeah, the first thing you're going to be doing really is hosting. So what finally pushed you to jump to this business at last?
Well, yeah, admittedly, it's been a long road that's led me here. But yeah, as you said, both my parents were in the industry before, and as a kid, you know, like anyone, I always wanted to be like my dad and stuff like that. But yeah, I've always been reluctant, and I was based abroad. So when I was doing stuff before, the timing was never really right. And now that I'm back here, back home, and I think everything's in place. I found the right balance with everything that's been going on. And yeah, that's how I find myself here now.
All right, thank you, Alexa. And now we have our friend from Abante, Miss Rose Garcia. Miss Rose. Hi, Miss Rose.